How's it going, guys? I got something today that I've never actually done before. This is actually my first battle in the PU tier. PU is not an official tier recognized by Smogon, but it is the tier below NU, and it's kind of a fan-made tier. This is a tier list floating around. If I can find the link, I'll post it in the description or something like that. But this is against a guy by the name of Firefly, and it's got stupid shit against stupid shit. Basically just stuff you wouldn't see in regular games, not even NU, since NU these days just mainly consists of second stages of shit that's OU or anything like that, like Haunter and Kadabra. Things in that vein, that's mainly what I tend to see in NU, so PU's just got stuff. Anyways, he's going to lead off with Jump Pluff. I don't even know how the fuck that thing ended up in PU, since I have trouble with it in NU and even RU too, but whatever. This is a Specs of Viper. I don't know what he was expecting. Maybe he was expecting Scarf, and that's why I would lead off with it or something like that. But the switch to Metang is really obvious because I should be tempted to go for my Poison Stab, which would be super effective on Jump Pluff, but I have Fire Stab, which would be super effective against more things in general on his team. And I don't think Jump Pluff or Metang are going to want to take a Specs Flamethrower. But he goes out to Hypno. Hypno is a pretty special defensive poke, so I'm really pleased to see the amount that it actually did. You know, for the coverage that Specs, just Survivor in general, for the coverage that it gets. And I don't know, I got Dark Pulse on this guy too, so I can bring it back in on Hypno whenever I want to. Do get a burn. Out of all the things that do end up going pretty favorably in my match, I do want to say that the burn is probably going to be the biggest thing, and then there's maybe one other thing, but he's going to go for the Wish. I'm actually kind of scared that he's going to pass it off to the Metang, which is why I believe I decide to switch out again. No, I switch out to my Relicanth right now, so I want to nail that thing with an Earthquake. Or I'm not exactly sure what my thought process here, but it ends up being Jump Pluff against Relicanth. I'm like, fuck, nope, 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 getting out of here, nope. But going here predicting the Leech Seed or the Grass move, and he ends up going for the Sub, which is like, whatever, he'll have Sub, he'll have Sleep Powder, probably have Leech Seed, and then maybe he has Encore, maybe he doesn't, you know, U-turn, that kind of thing. Sub, Leech Seed, and Sleep Powder they're basically just staple moves on utility Jump Pluff, not necessarily offensive, but like Swords Dance, Acrobatics, that kind of thing. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling right here. I think he missed a Sleep Powder as I went for a Rock Slide, broke a Sub. He decides he just wants to go ahead and switch out, and yeah, I don't really know why he did that, but I decided to go for the rocks there on the whim. I didn't even know if I was going to end up staying awake or not, but it ends up paying off since I do get my rocks up for the game, and I don't believe he has any spinners. On the other hand, I don't have any spinners either, and he gets his rocks up like immediately after. Like, son of a bitch. Oh well. Gonna go for an Agility right here with my Ampharos. Agility Ampharos is pretty hot, let me tell you. It's got, you run T-Bolt, you run the HP Ice, you run the Focus Blast, you run Agility. I think I'm running Max Speed Modest, and it's not bad. It's not a bad poke at all. It's actually kind of naturally, I don't want to say too bulky. I don't really understand why people don't really use it. I'm under the impression that its special defense is okay, and its defense isn't really fantastic. I think I have Cerebi open in another tab. I'm gonna look into that shit right now. But meantime, he sends out his Hypno. I do know for a fact that after the Stealth Rocks, even if I don't manage to kill him off, the burn will kill him off on this turn, and if he protects, then, you know, it just won't be whatever. Looking at Ampharos' defensive stats, you know, it's got 90 HP, 75 defense, 90 Spec D. It's not a bad poke. I just don't really understand why it doesn't get used more often. I like it. So, gonna go for the T-Bolt on the Muck. Unfortunately, Muck, I believe, is a little bit special defensive too, I guess, for the tier, just based on how well it takes the T-Bolt. I think I have a Muck on my team too, and I was kind of looking at Cerebi in terms of Muck. Muck has the base 100 Spec D, so I would consider that fairly special defensive. But he's going to go for Poison Jab, as you can see. It is going to be enough to be a 2-hit KO, and my T-Bolt is not going to be enough to 2-hit KO him. So this is the end of the line for Ampharos, but not before I get a lovely parting gift in the name of Static, since he's going for physical moves and whatnot. Now, it is kind of hacks, I guess, that he does end up getting it, but it doesn't really play any significance at all because I go for the Rock Polish right here as he goes for the Brick Break. I know since I'm naturally physically defensive, I should be able to take any one of its hits just fine, you know, that's kind of the story. And as you can see, this Brick Break is only going to do like, what, 90 damage, I think, something like that. And that's pretty good. And now I'm, you know, set to go with my speed again just to set up on this thing. But based on the video length, you know something's going to go wrong. And if you think about what Relicanth gets, for any of you that have used it before, you got your Earthquake, you got your Rock moves, which are never accurate, and then I believe you get Waterfall. I don't really want to go for Waterfall on Jump Bluff. Earthquake's not going to affect it. I have to go for my Rock move. I picked Head Smash just because he got Rock Head, which negates the recoil. And I miss. And I fucking miss. Oh my god. That pissed me off real bad, since I probably would have been good to go at that point in the game. But he puts me to sleep, kind of makes up for the sleep pattern miss from earlier. Thinking about it, I probably would have wanted my Credilli to be asleep. That way he wouldn't have gone for that. I don't know whether or not he has a grass attacking move, though. I stayed in there just on the off chance that I was going to hit the Head Smash. Not the off chance. I was banking on that to hit, but you know, that shit happens. So he's going to set up a sub, but now that I have Sleep Water, he can't put anything to sleep. He cannot Leech Seed me because I'm a grass type. All he can really do is Encore me into Rock Slide, I believe, because that's what he ends up happening. And now that I know he has no attacking moves, I probably should have gone in there and just set up on him. That probably would have been the best thing. But now I have Sleep Fodder, so this thing's not going to be as annoying. But Encores me into Rock Slide. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to end up breaking your sub anyway. And hitting whatever you decide to send in with a Rock Slide. And I believe his options to send in are Ursaring and Electabuzz. If he sends in Ursaring, it will not really like taking a Rock Slide, but it will give it the opportunity to get its Orb of Choice going. If it's got Flame, you know for a fact that it runs Guts, but if it's got Toxic Orb, it either runs Guts or Quick Feet. It's got Toxic Orb, so I don't really know what it's running, but you always run Flame with Guts, because if you run Flame with Quick Feet doesn't negate the attack drop. I made that mistake once, and I was just like, man, why does this thing suck? But it doesn't suck. I've actually had a lot of trouble fighting these things as of recently, playing in lower tiers. They're pretty dangerous. But he sets up the Swords Dance thinking that I'm going to want to switch and not take a close combat. I kind of saw that coming just because I was encored, and it was like I didn't really have anything better to do there. But I'm just going to let this thing die to a close combat. There's not really anything on my team that's going to want to end up taking any of these hits. And if I had not gotten off that Rock Slide right there, that probably would have cost me the game then and there, just because I don't have any opportunities to boost up. I believe I send in my Muck here thinking, oh, I got a lot of HP, I can take a +2 Facade. Who the fuck am I kidding? Like, I'm not even defensively invested at all. I'm pretty sure I've just got... Do I have HP? I don't even know what this thing's basic... Yeah, I've got a lot of HP, actually, thinking about it. But the thing doesn't even end up doing anything. I think it's just 3 attacks and subs. But he ends up dying to poison damage, so, hey, kind of works out. That thing's gone. I do still have a couple of things left. I think I have Seviper and Behem and a Sleeping Relicanth. He's got a Jump Bluff, and I believe, I don't remember, but I decided to go for Flamethrower right here. I probably should have gone for the Sludge Bomb, just because he doesn't have his Metang anymore. And I was like, I forgot what that last poke is. I was thinking in my mind, I was like, I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower just in case it resists Poison, because Poison's not really a fantastic typing offensively. It really only works on grass. But right here we kind of, I guess, learn/remember that his last one is Electabuzz. So being locked into Stab, you know, neutral Stab would have been better. But I'm going to go into Relicanth, I believe, as Switch Fodder. So I'm just going to let this thing die to a T-Bolt. And then I have a full health Behem, and I don't know whether or not my Seviper is going to be able to take a T-Bolt, because I don't know what kind of Electabuzz this is. I'm not seeing any recoil, so it could be Scarf or Specs. I'm banking on the fact that it's Specs, and maybe, I don't even know this thing's stats, but if I can take one, that would be fucking fantastic. As you can see after that damage, I'm thinking he's Scarf, just because that's really not doing enough, and it's looking like a 3-hit KO, especially after lefties. Crit at the end didn't matter. It would have just been an extra turn, but if he did get a crit on the T-Bolt, then I probably would have been in a tighter spot. But you know, the crit just kind of got a downer turn. So a little bit of hacks here and there, but I still found it to be a pretty fun first PU game for this channel. I will be playing this tier a little bit more, since I think I have a box or two full of these pokes. I've saved a lot of things. I don't know if I've even mentioned that, but just based on that, I'll probably be streaming tonight and trying some of those things out, getting some games, and we'll just get the ball rolling. Other thing I kind of thought about is I learned that TCGO is now available in downloadable form, but multiplayer is still not back up yet, because when you click play, it just takes you to the download, but it's only Trainer Challenge. So, I mean, if you guys want to see the new Trainer Challenge, and maybe I can do that. There's a couple of other computer things I would just consider, like, uploading just, like, as 1 episode or 2 episodes, that kind of thing, just for funsies. But, Got a couple things planned. Cypher is coming along great. I will definitely get that to you guys sometime in the next week for sure. I'd say on a scale from 1 to 100 in terms of how finished it is sitting at like a 99. So just need like one more thing, literally one more thing, and then we're good to go. But I'm done rambling at this point, I guess, and I will see you guys tonight if you come to the stream, or I guess on Monday. Monday probably works out. Monday!